What in the world, Bo? What's going on with you, man? It's your boy Big Low Kuntry. I hope that everybody out there is doing great tonight. I'm in this thing like I knew this thing was gonna let me back off in this thing. Hope everybody's doing good. For everybody out there that don't know me, my name is Big Low Kuntry. I'm just an old country boy, former football coach that love to sit around and talk about sports. First of all, let's go ahead and take care of business. If you're watching the show after we went live, make sure that you put a "what in the world" Bo in the comments for me. I want to thank everybody for coming out. You could be anywhere in the world tonight, but you're here with me. Make sure that you hit that like button. If you're excited about the NFL draft next week, hit the like button. Also, make sure that you share and subscribe. Now, I'm gonna let y'all know something. Y'all let me know if I'm starting to sound kind of drowsy, kind of foggy. I took a Benadryl. I can't handle the Benadryls. I cut the grass earlier. I can't handle the Benadryl. So if you start to see me talk slow, it ain't too much moonshine. The old country boy had to take some Benadryl. First of all, let me show some love to everybody out there to show love to me. Um, uh, Achilles Bill says anything looks like it can sack quarterbacks. I guess you talk about the question, the $1 million question, who are the Falcons going to take in this NFL draft next week? Boomer Falcon says, what in the world, Bo? Hey, Coach Low, when are you going to do another mock draft? That's a good question, Bo. We need to get up on the good foot, don't we? We need to see what we can do. Definitely. I tell you one thing, if I'm feeling froggy, we might jump on that thing tonight. Ain't no telling. You know how we do. It always go in different directions on Big Low Country Sports. What in the world, Jamal? What's going on, my family? Hope that you're doing great tonight, fam. Coach Ronnie's in here. Think about Ronnie. She's a sweet old girl, boy. Sweet old girl. Goodness gracious. Dog Nation's in here. What's going on, Bo? Tyler says, sit down, child. We got Debo Samuels at home. What in the world? Lee Rawls, what in the world, Bo? Antonio, what's going on? What's going on? Definitely. So the $1 million question is, who are the Atlanta Falcons going to take in this NFL draft next week? That's the question. I mean, I noticed that we're not hearing as many rumors about taking the quarterback. We're not hearing as much about Malik Willis. I'm hearing that he's kind of falling down the mock draft boards. I'm hearing all kinds of things. I'm also hearing that certain players are falling, certain players are rising. I'm hearing that Kayvon Thibodeau, they say he's rising. They say he might not be there by the time the Falcons get a chance to get him. The name that I'm continuously hearing is Jermaine Johnson. That's the name that I'm continuously hearing. Pass rusher out of Florida State, power rusher, runs that 3-4 scheme, perfect for the spill and kill concept that the Atlanta Falcons are going to be running with Dean Pease, right? Perfect for that concept. Now, I know that a lot of Georgia fans, go Dogs, you know how we do. A lot of Georgia fans want to get Jordan Davis, but I just can't see taking that young man at 8. He's big, he's strong, he can move like a lot of 300-pound guys can't move. A lot of 300-pound guys, not including Big Low Kuntry, can move, but it's one of those cases, guys, where I just can't see him taking them at 8. I can't see that. I was actually in the Twitter space earlier today. Shouts out to my homeboy Damsky, JR, Toby, and Pound for Pound. Twisted Torch TV, he was in there too. We had a good time just talking about football. Shouts out to Twisted Torch. But it's one of those cases where a lot of people in the spaces were saying, hey, guys, maybe we should go ahead and take a wide receiver. I even heard one guy say, hey, I think we're a wide receiver away from being a contender. I had to tell him, I said, hold on now, slow down there. Pump your brakes, Ghost Rider. Let's not take it too far now. A wide receiver away. I was sitting, when he said that, I was sitting there and I was looking at the Atlanta Falcons depth chart and I was saying, man, so you telling me we got Ogun Daisy, we got Carter, the new pickup, we got Grady Jarrett, and we're going to talk about Grady a little bit later on in the show. Things like that. So I was like, I was trying to count the sacks in my head. I said, so let's say Grady has a great season as a defensive tackle and gets 6 sacks. Let's say that happens. Let's say Carter, has a better than normal season and gets 8 sacks. Let's say Ogundeji gets 5 sacks. Let's say um the kid that used to play quarterback, what's his name? I can't remember. Y'all, I'm pretty sure y'all tell me. Comiskey. Let's say Comiskey gets 6 sacks. I'm still feeling like that's not enough. Rashard Evans gets 2 or 3 sacks. I don't feel like it's one of those cases where that's enough. So I mean, moving forward, I'm legitimately thinking, guys, that we're gonna have to make sure that we shore up this pass rush. We make sure that we shore up this pass rush coming in this upcoming NFL draft. And I'm thinking that we're going to be taking multiple pass rushers and defensive linemen. If we're going to run that spill and kill concept with that safety that's sitting on the roof playing that cover 3 single high safety concept, we got to make sure that safety is going to. I don't want my safety to have too much time to react. I don't want him sitting back there, looking, trying to figure out what's going on. If he's thinking for more than 3 or 4 seconds, we have a problem. Houston, Coach Ronan, we have a problem if that's the case. So moving forward, if we're going to run that cover 3 single high safety with that safety on the roof, we need to make sure that we're getting to the quarterback consistently. I need my quarterback moving around. I need him to have some sort of urgency in his face, because just we ain't going to win. We ain't going to compete with what we got. Tyler Cunningham, he says, I want Jordan Davis, coach, but I think we're going to get a wide receiver or a quarterback. Man, you never know, Bo. Solitary 1914 says, Coach Low, what you know no good, hey, Bo. About everything that I know ain't no good. Trey, got Trey Young boy. What's going on, fam? B Tucking, what in the world? Tony Holloway says we should trade up and get Sam Howell, to be honest. Woo. B Tucking also said Debo to the Falcons. Hey, Bo, whenever everybody asks me, should the Falcons get Debo Samuel, I say the same thing. It's like all I can think about is Kanye West asking Sway how. How, Sway? We ain't got no money. We can't do that. How, Sway? How, Sway? Like, I can't. I don't know how we gonna do it. So, I mean, it would definitely be great. Now, the thing is, though, guys, is that one of the main reasons Debo wants to leave San Francisco, and this is going to hurt a lot of fantasy football players' feelings out there, is that he says he doesn't want to play wide receiver and running back like he had to do last season. Kyle Shanahan, he found something that worked pretty well, and he kind of dug his hand into the cookie jar a little bit too much. Players who are good at the position that they play, they don't want to play multiple positions. They don't want to do that. Kyle Shanahan, he sees something that's working, and I'm finna tell you, bro, he going to town on it. He can't stop. He almost bad as my little cousin. Every time I close my eyes, he almost that bad. Give it a rest, coach. Oh man. ACLGA faithful. He said Marlon. He said you got Walker, Michael Walker, Etheridge. Yeah, I mean you got a lot of pieces out there, but I definitely think that we still got to make sure that we get to this quarterback consistently a lot more often. And the thing is, guys, is that with the scheme that we're running, because this is what we do as a coaching staff, right? With the scheme that we're running, first of all, Jordan Davis would be a great fit on this team. Now, I know that we got the kid from Buffalo. We just picked him up the day before yesterday, and he's a nose tackle. The reason why Jordan Davis would fit so well is because he would legitimately take up 2 of those blocks as nose tackle is supposed to. Make sure that he keeps his shoulder pads out in front of his knees. Don't stand up. He uses his hands very well. The only issue that I have with Jordan Davis is, and the problem that you're gonna have with a lot of those big old boys with a sweet pickle on the back of their head. He gonna get tired. He gonna get tired. You know, the Vince Wilforks, the Haloti Nadas and guys like that. That was the beauty of them. Like, I mean, yes, they can move exceptionally well, but the best attribute that those guys had was they didn't get tired. They had very good conditioning for a 340-pound tackle. You know, and you definitely can't beat that. Jermaine Johnson, he says we already got Cordero Patterson. Why would we need Debo? And that's the thing. Like, you already got your wide receiver / running back. You don't need two of them. You know, you don't need two of them, Bo. See, I'm drinking Pepsi. Like I said, I had that Benadryl earlier, trying to make sure. I'm trying to make sure I'm good. Oh man, Tyler Russell, what in the world, Bo? What's going on with you? A solitary. He says, I want Malik with the defensive players in the second round. Hopefully, a Jabo can drop. I like a Jabo more than Jermaine. Okay. I could work with that, Bo. I could work with that. Now, the difference between a Jabo and Jermaine Johnson is, first of all, Jermaine Johnson, he could legitimately play that 3-4 end for you, right? He could line up in that 5 technique, you know, and if it is one of those cases where, you know, they move that guy over and there's not a pass rusher to his left or to his right, he can still take on that double team and get penetration because Jermaine Johnson is a power rusher. He uses bull rushes, he uses club moves, he knows how to use the push and pull. Like, he uses all that. He uses his hands well. He's not a bendy guy. He's not the guy whose shoulder pad is going to be touching the ground. Kind of like my homeboy Adam said in the chat today. He's one of those guys where he's going north and south, and he's pushing the other guy in front of him back. Pushing the other guy in front of him back. Look, I do need y'all to do me a favor if you are excited about this NFL draft. I do need y'all to do me a favor. Make sure that you hit that like button. Definitely hit that like button. Also, if this is your first time chilling, this is your first time chilling out with us, make sure that you share the channel with your friends and family. Definitely. I got it, Coach Ron. Okay, all right. Coach Rose said, you got something on your mouth, Coach. Appreciate that, Coach Rose. Appreciate that. What's going on, Molly Mall? Molly Mall in here. You said, man, that was overworking Debo. That's why he got hurt. You're right. And Molly Mall also says, Big Low, you know Mike Thomas is like Kevin Gates. He don't get tired. Okay. All right. I didn't realize what you were saying until after I read it. Okay. All right. You know, I don't know too many NBA young boy songs, but I wish I could make an NBA young boy reference, you know, in regards to Mike Thomas, because he definitely looks like NBA young boy's big brother. Now, Coach Rona, she has her take. He says, sounds like Debo understands running backs have a shorter shelf life, and he's not trying to let y'all run him into the ground. We don't need another wide receiver right now. So you don't think we need another wide receiver, Coach Rona? Yeah, he says he wants to be the highest paid non-quarterback in the league. Woo. Boy, that's rough. Tonyo, he says, Coach Lowe, the way he's looking, he should ask about Zion Williamson, pair him up with Jordan Davis. What in the world? Zion Williamson and Jordan Davis playing the 0 technique and the 3 technique would be pretty nasty, Coach. I ain't gonna lie to you. Oh man, Reggie, what's going on, Reggie? Reg, I hope that you're doing good tonight, my brother. Hope that you're doing good tonight. Now, everybody's asking me, you know, they're like, hey, Coach, what do you think is going to happen in this draft? First of all, I want to let y'all know something. So for all my draft nerds out there like me, it's going to be one of those cases where things are going to move. Oh, yeah, I'm sorry, Coach Ronnie. I was supposed to tell everybody. All right, so in regards to the draft, I got 4 tickets. I got 4 tickets to the Mercedes-Benz Stadium on draft night. So if you want to come to the draft and come watch the draft with your old boy Coach Low, Coach Roney, we got 4 tickets. Make sure that you hit us up because we're gonna be there live and full of and how we doing it, Coach Roney? Okay, so we're gonna post on the communities page and we will send a ticket to you electronically. So make sure you keep an eye out on the communities page so you can get your tickets. If you don't got tickets and you want to watch the draft in Mercedes-Benz, we got the hookup. We got the hookup because we the season ticket holders. So we'll be there live in full effect. Definitely. But yeah, a lot of people are saying, "Hey, Coach, how do you think this draft is going to play out? Who's going to be going where? Is Malik Willis going to be going to the Panthers? Or are they going to make a run at Baker Mayfield?" I'm sitting here like, look, Bo, this is one of those cases where you need to realize it's smoke and mirrors right now. It's smoke and mirrors right now. We don't know what's going to happen. You got some people, we got some people, they like your cousin, or if you're a girl, they like your ex-boyfriend. Some of these NFL teams are lying to you. They telling you that they try to make a run at Baker Mayfield, but that's not what it is. They trying to give you the smoke signal. They trying to give you the flashbang, make you look over here while they make this move over here. So it's one of those cases where we definitely got to figure out what's going on. So you're gonna hear all kinds of rumors. Things are gonna go up and down, but we're not gonna know what happens pretty much until it happens. So that's the beauty of the NFL drafts. That's legitimately the beauty of the NFL draft. I will tell you one thing though, guys. Don't be surprised if the Atlanta Falcons trade back up into the first round. I can see the Falcons making some moves. Now, we have to ask a 1-2 question just to, because I want to fill y'all out. I want to see where the coaches room, what the coaching staff's mind is thinking. So my first question tonight is, do you think the Falcons should draft Jordan Davis? Fresh off the national championship, 300 plus pound, looks like he eats babies for breakfast, Jordan Davis. If you feel like they should draft Jordan Davis, put a 1 in the chat. Now, if you feel like it's one of those cases where they need to kind of stay away from a Jordan Davis, put a 2 in the chat. I legitimately want to know. And to answer your question, ATLGA faithful, at number 8. If you feel like you should draft Jordan Davis at number 8, put a 1 in the chat. If you feel like they shouldn't, put a 2 in the chat. I just want to know. I'm like Joe. I want to know. Tell me what I gotta do to please you. Oh man, I want to know. Definitely. What you got there? Oh, ginger ale, Coach Ron? Oh, okay then. I see. It's a fancy glass ginger ale vibe. What in the world? Drink out of the cheap stuff. Oh, okay. I hear you, big money. Big money, Coach Ronnie. Do it big there. Do it big. I see old Ro City in the house. What's going on, Ro? Rise up to you, my brother. Oh man, so let me see how everybody's voting. Jamal D, he says 1. He says that he don't feel like it's wait a minute. So I said 1 if you think they should get Jordan Davis, Coach. Okay, so Jamal, he thinks they should go ahead and get him. Tyler Russell, he thinks we should get him too. Tyler Russell, he said he's gonna be at the he said he's gonna be at the draft, Coach Ronald. We need to hook up with old Tyler, Coach Christine. See, yeah, hook up with them, see what they talking about. Bro, Rose City, he says 2. He says, I don't know, Rose City, he one of them Saints fans. I'm pretty sure he's tied in with Agent 00504, Terry Fontenot, Oh man. Anthony Wright in here. He says he thinks we should go ahead and run after Jordan Davis. Ron Rico, he says 2. He says, nah, you should go ahead and leave that one alone. Lee Rawls, he says 1.5. He says, I'm undecided. He said he undecided. Not for everybody's in the house. What's going on, Bo? Hope that you doing good tonight, my brother. Not for everybody. He said 1. He said he getting naked for Jordan Davis. To make sure that you do it in the privacy of your own home. Molly Miles says, if y'all draft Jordan Davis, I know Grady Jarrett's gone. Man, if we did draft Jordan Davis, that would be the perfect situation for Grady Jarrett. That's when Grady Jarrett was at his best whenever he played next to Don Terry Poe. But it's one of those cases. Ron Rico, he says, yeah, but I can't do it at 8. He said he can't do it at 8. B Tucking, he says 2. Michael Lucas from Facebook. Yeah, I let do want to let y'all know Big Low Kuntry Sports is on Facebook now. So whenever you scrolling, trying to keep up, see be nosy about your ex co-workers and things like that, make sure that you like Big Low Kuntry. You checking up on your high school sweetheart. Make sure that you just take a couple minutes like Big Low Kuntry on Facebook. Jamal D, he says, I honestly think we could trade down and still get them. I think this is the draft where we need to be movers and shakers. This is the draft. Now is the time. We can make those trades. We could trade down. We could trade down to 15. We could still get Jordan Davis, and we could get a legitimate pass rush, and we could build up draft capital for the future. Because I ain't gonna lie to you. I mean, at 8, I mean, there's a lot of directions that we could go in, but I need this defense resolved. I need this defense resolved. Some people are talking about, well, look, Coach, we could go at cornerback and we could get Sauce Gardner. Look, Sauce Gardner, that's sexy. 6'3", he could legitimately change your defensive line, because if he comes in and he's everything that is as advertised, he gives your linebackers well, first of all, if you got him and AJ Terrell on both sides, you could run. It gives Dean Pease the freedom. He can run zone. He can run man. He can run zone dogs. Like, he can run everything. Green zone dogs. He could do it all. And you give those linebackers freedom to make some more extra plays. So if that was the case, but that's a big if. That's if Sauce Gardner comes in and be that guy. You got Casey Hayward for a reason, right? A lot of people are forgetting you still have Isaiah Oliver. So with that being said, I think the cornerback room is good. Now, it would be great to see Sauce Gardner on the field. Sauce Gardner, AJ Terrell, they could put offenses on lock like government cheese. What's wrong, Coach Roddy? What? What's up with all the deep exhales? It felt random. Well, I'm a random guy. Have you ever had government cheese? Yes. Oh, okay. Did it? Well, Oh boy. Oh man, not for everybody. What in the world, Bo? What's going on with you, my fam? False Start Falcon, he says 2. He says he don't think he would go with the whole Jordan Davis situation. Now Solitary says if Malik ain't there, then heck yeah, all defense gonna eat like he eat. I mean, and I can see what you're saying, but I think, with this pickup that we made with the kid from Buffalo, what's his name? Vincent Taylor, if I'm not mistaken. No, I mean he's a big 6'3", 320, 340-pound boy himself, right? He got a sweet pickle on the back of his neck too. He might be that guy because the reason why nose tackles don't get drafted that high in the top tens in drafts is because they're a dime a dozen. There's a whole bunch of big 300-pound guys that's out there. They're a dime a dozen. The question is, if you have a guy out there that's 300 something pounds and he's penetrating, he can consistently beat those double teams. He's eating up, he's lined up in that one technique, and he's getting to the backfield and he got, he got scratches on his neck because that guard in that center is holding on to him while he gets back there to the. Those are the guys. But the thing is, you don't see guys like that often. Question is Jordan Davis that guy? That's the question. Is Jordan Davis the guy that you look at and say, okay, I got to get him. I need him in that. I need him to get in that backfield. I need him to get in that backfield. Coach Ronnie said, make sure that you hit that like button. She said, if you hit that like button for me, she'll bring me a glass of moonshine. So y'all make sure, do me a favor. Make sure that you hit that like button because I'm kind of thirsty over here. Oh man. Now Ron Rico, he says, I'd rather go Edge or Hamilton at 8 than anything else. Now, and that's another thing that we have to make sure that we consider because Hamilton, he's a guy because, like I said, once again, guys, the scheme that we run that cover 3 a lot of times, and you're gonna have that safety back that's on top. Whenever I say he's gonna be on the roof, that means that you're gonna have that safety that's gonna be playing that single high safety. The other safety, he's gonna be in the house. So when I say in the house, that means he's gonna be in the box. So if you did draft, let's say Kyle Hamilton did fall to you, that means that because he's the perfect guy that plays that safety / linebacker role, and he can play slot cornerback too. Thank you so much, Coach Ron. I guess they hit that like button. Thank you so much. Look here, I do want to let y'all know something. What's in my cup is in my cup. Now, it might be water, it might be moonshine, but if you see me smiling, that just means I'm happy to see you. Oh yeah, that's good stuff right there, boy. But yeah, I mean, Kyle Hamilton, he might be an option as well. Okay, I appreciate that, ATL. He said, yeah, that's Vincent Taylor. That's Vincent Taylor. So if Kyle Hamilton failed, because I know a lot of people, they've consistently gotten naked for Kyle Hamilton, like a nude beach kind of naked. I don't think that he will fall down to us. I think the Houston Texans will take him. They're in one of those cases where in every mock draft that you look at, they say, what do the Houston Texans need? It just says everything. So you might as well get a guy who can play multiple positions, right? To kind of fill those different voids. He could be a Swiss Army knife for you. ATL says, hit that light. Bring that man to shine. I appreciate that, Coach. Oh man. Tremel, he says Hamilton is a playmaker, point blank, period. Rose City, he says Big Low had that pinky turned up for the taste of that shine. Oh man. Now ATLGFF, he said, a hard hitting safety in the late rounds. Check, and this guy has one of the best names in the draft, Coach Ronnie. His name is Smoke Monday out of Auburn. Smoke. Like that boy. Yeah, he's dark skin. Yeah, it would be weird if he was light skin. I'd be like, look, boy, we didn't change your name to peanut butter. Yeah, that boy named Smoke out of like old boy out of Field Mile. Oh man, but you know what though? I don't look at Smoke the same ever since watching Put a Ring on it. I can't look at him. Smoke hurt my feelings, but I got caught up in the show with Coach Rhoda. I seen Smoke was on there, But yeah. I mean, so you got options. You got options at free safety, right? Because if we look at the free safeties that we have on the roster right now, you have, and this may be the time where we give, because Eric Harris, he's the box guy, right? But and what's the name of the strong safety that we drafted last year out of UCF? Somebody help me. I don't know if it's Benadryl or what. Grant, Richie Grant. So we took Richie Grant, and I don't know if y'all remember the film study that I did last year, but I said Richie Grant, he's going to be that three high. I'm that three high safety guy, right? So I said that Dean Pease is going to look at him like his Ed Reed in Baltimore. So I think now that he had a chance to actually sit back, watch the system, I think Richie Grant is going to be your top safety, to sit on the roof. Now, as far as your box guy, as far as the guy that's going to be 10 yards back, roaming around, I don't know if Eric Harris is going to be the starter. Now, Eric Harris, he wasn't that bad. I know he dropped a few interceptions, but look, one thing that you have to remember, you have to be there. To drop an interception, you have to be there. So if there's one thing that y'all need to remember, is that Ricardo Allen wasn't there. Ricardo Allen was always racing to try to get there. I say this all the time. Ricardo Allen, he always ran on CP time. He was always late. But at least Eric Harris was there. So I don't know if Eric Harris is going to be that same guy. Now, granted, he's coming off of an injury. I believe it was an Achilles, and he's a little bit older. He done seen a few pecan seasons. So with that being said, we have to remember that that other guy might be a Jalen Hawkins if we don't go with a safety in those top 2 rounds. It might be a Jalen Hawkins. He might be that guy. Because Jalen Hawkins, we seen what he did. Everybody got naked for Jalen Hawkins after that first preseason game because he was all over the field, right? Getting interceptions, sacks, tackles for loss. It was like, oh my goodness, Jalen Hawkins looking like Troy Polamalu out here. What in the world? So it's one of those things, man. Tyler, he says, what season did our roster get to be trash where we needed to replace 75% of the team? 2019? Hey, man, I you know what? That's a good question. I don't know what to tell you. I remember whenever we lost Devondre Campbell, I looked at Coach Roney. I said, Coach Roney, the defense is going to take a step back. Granted, we had Foyer, but the defense took a slight step back. But at the end of the day, it's like we having this recurring issue with just not being able to get to the quarterback. And like I was mentioning earlier, yeah, you could get that big nose tackle, 6'4", 6'5", 340, but he's not going to get you those sacks himself. He's going to be setting up one-on-one matchups, and those guys that are out there, because we all know what the first responsibility of that edge rush is, Coach Roney. What is it? Yes, I need more enthusiasm than that. I need more enthusiasm than that, Coach. All right, guys. Look, you in the coach's room. You can be like, set the edge. That's what you're supposed to do. Because I'm just telling you, because you know what? It's like you say, oh, seal the edge. That's the same way your players gonna say, oh, let me seal the edge. And they ain't gonna do it. What was you doing, son? I was sealing the edge. Like, no. I need the urgency. Oh man, ATLGA faithfully says, why wouldn't Grant be in the box? Why wouldn't Grant be in the top and Hawkins up top? Now, Hawkins, the thing is that Hawkins, I think he could play up top every now and then, But I'm going to tell you, I don't think Hawkins he's not a he's not a roof kind of guy. He's not that guy that's just gonna patrol the deep third and consistently make plays. I think that's the reason why. That was the main reason why we went ahead and went with Richie Grant over Morig, because everybody said Richie Grant was the smartest guy in this draft. And we all know whenever a coach has a great player, he's always trying to get that great player back again, right? Whenever you had success with that really, really good player, you're always trying to do what you could do to get him back. For example, it's like Coach Roney. It's like, me and Coach Roney, we didn't something were to happen, we didn't work. So he's always gonna be trying to get another Big Low Kuntry. She's always gonna be trying to find, that second, the second coming, you know. And the same way that there's not another Ed Reed out there. Maybe Richie Grant could be a Richie Grant and help the team out in other ways. But Coach Roney will never find another Big Low Kuntry. Oh man. Will Cotton, he said, look, man, he said, that's why we need Sauce for them coverage sacks. Now, I understand, but the thing is, yeah, I think Sauce he's more of a Richard Sherman type of guy. So Sauce is that dude that's gonna, fare very well in zone coverage, but he's not gonna be chasing people around for 5 to 6 seconds. He ain't gonna be doing that. Ron says Richie is definitely more of a free safety or top safety than Hawkins. Hawkins a straight strong safety, and he's good at it. Yeah, I agree with you. What's going on, Traveling Charlie? Much love to you, Traveling Charlie. Oh man. I don't know what Coach Roney rolling the eyes for. Like what in the world? Oh man. So Tyler, he says, I think we should have put odds on the starters playing in the preseason. Let's start the Big Low bookie business, especially with new quarterbacks and wide receivers. Oh man, you crazy, Coach. You crazy. But I'm gonna go ahead and tell y'all. So, everybody, and I'm pretty sure we're gonna do a mock draft before it's all said and done. Right. But I seriously think that the Atlanta Falcons are gonna go defensive end / edge rusher Jermaine Johnson out of Florida State. I think that's the way that they're going to go. I think they're going to see what they can do about waiting for a quarterback, because if you take a quarterback in the second round, that commitment is not as big, right? So let's say they waited to the second round. Desmond Ridder still there, looking at him in the face. I mean, you could take a Desmond Ridder. You got 2 picks in the second round. You got 2 picks in the third. Go ahead and take a Desmond Ridder. You have to pay him less money because he got taken in the second round anyway. And as far as taking quarterbacks, I mean, let's be honest. Let's say Malik Willis was to fall past Seattle. I wouldn't doubt it if he doesn't go past. I wouldn't doubt if Malik Willis don't make it to the second round as well. I legitimately wouldn't doubt it, Coach Roney. But you got too many holes to fill. You got so many holes to fill. It's like putting wax on your car before you wash it, Coach Ron. It's like, it's like, what we waxing it for? The car dirty. We need to get the dirt off of it. We need to make sure that we have our priorities straight. It's like I say all the time. You build your team, closest to the ball, and then expand out. So you get your offensive line, get your center, your guards, your tackles. We were talking in the spaces. A lot of people were like, "Well, look, it may be one of those cases, guys, where, hey man, Mike Davis, they might wait until July 1st to cut Mike Davis. They might be looking at looking at a running back. I mean, everybody's kicking Brees Hall's name around. You know, Brees, I don't know if you know this, Coach Ron. Brees Hall had the most rushing yards in college football history. Most rushing yards and most rushing touchdowns. I can't remember which one it was. But yeah, he's definitely a talent. Thing is that, you know, they fed him the ball a lot. And yes, yes. I don't like Mike Davis. You know, Mike Davis, Mike Davis runs like he got on cleats that are 3 sizes too big. Mike Davis runs like he's trying to stop roaches out. Now, granted, I'll tell you this though, he got better towards the end of the season. He did start getting better, but for the most part of the season, y'all, he was averaging 2 yards per carry. That means he had to run the ball 5 times before he would get a first down. We only get 4 attempts to get a first down. The math was not on our side. So, I mean, I'm just saying it could be one of those cases. It could be one of those cases. ATL GA Faithful said he's staying correct. He says, never mind. Hawkins is a little bigger, 6'1", 208. Grant 6 foot 200. Yeah, I mean, they're pretty close to the same size, but Richie Grant has a little bit more of that ball hawk in him. You know, a little bit more of that ball hawk in him. Tyler Russell, he says, we'll probably wait on a quarterback, probably. So I guess this is my next 1-2 question, guys. Y'all put it in the comments. Put a 1 in the chat if you feel like we'll wait. If you feel like we'll wait to get a quarterback and not take a quarterback in the first round. If you feel like we will wait, put a 1 in the chat. If you feel like it's one of those cases where we can't wait. Ooh, this is dedicated to the lovers. Y'all heard that one? That was kind of sexy. If you feel like we can't wait and we'll take a quarterback in the second round, or we'll trade back into the first to take a quarterback like a Desmond Ritter, or if a Malik Willis fell, put a 2 in the chat. I legitimately want to know what y'all think. You know, so if you feel like we will wait, put a 1 in the chat. But if you feel like, you know, we gonna go ahead and make that move, you know, put a 2 in the chat. Not for everybody. He said he could see that. Will Cotton says Ritter in the second. Okay. Now, I want to tell you something, Coach Ronan. Yesterday, I don't know if you've seen the video. They came to OTAs. Who is that? The players. The players came to OTAs, voluntary OTAs. Okay. Marcus Mariota was there. How Mariota look? He looked awkward. Well, first of all, did anybody see the outfit that Marcus Mariota came to sign his paperwork again? Whenever he like came to the Falcons and like came to Flowery Branch, did you see the outfit, Coach Ronan? It looked very. I don't know. It looked kind of daddish. It looked kind of. I'm not that confident in myself. Kind of. Just look awkward, you know. Then it's like I was watching them. I was like, man, Marcus Mariota started quarterback. Wow, he wasn't even throwing the ball. He was just doing like just drills, like jumping hurdles. I was like, man, this don't even feel right. It didn't feel right. I was like, man, somebody call Matt and see her. Somebody called Matt Sarah, said, "Oh, baby, give me one more chance." Like, come on. Jermaine, he says 1. So he says that he thinks we'll wait. Corey says, "What's good, Coach Ronan, Coach Lowe? I hope y'all having a good week." Hey, Bo, it's halfway over with. You know, they say Wednesday after lunch, Wednesday, hump day after lunch is all down here from there. Ron says he thinks that it's going to be one of those cases where we're going to wait. Coach Ronan says, thanks, Corey. We're having a good week. How about you? You see, Coach Ronan just speaking for me. Start Falcon, Tyler, Renard, Coach Ronnie, they think that we'll wait. Molly Mall, he got that hate in his heart. He Molly Mall says 2, y'all about to panic and take 1 at 8. See, just because y'all quarterback playing tight end, you don't need to be putting you don't even put that negativity on us, bro. Jamal, he says 1. He thinks that we'll go ahead and just wait on it. Tremel says, I think Desmond Ritter with Coach Mariucci. Can't see him leading an NFL team. Smart guy though. Okay. I see that. ATL, he says 1. Let's see. Tyler, he says 2nd or 3rd round, maybe quarterback. Okay. And look, I say this all the time, guys. We seen over the course of history, it'd be one of those cases where the guys that people wait on are the guys that's always the franchise changing quarterbacks. Like we all know the story about how Aaron Rodgers sat in the green room and he was looking, more douchey than ever. Like we we're like, man, this guy, he looks like a douche. And then I was like, oh, maybe he's just upset. Come to find out, he's just a douche. Turns out that's him all the time. Draft was 15 years ago. You still act the same way. Lamar Jackson, he was waiting, got taken last pick. A lot of people were surprised Patrick Mahomes got taken so early. People didn't think he was gonna go too much later. I knew the whole time. I was like, yeah, they got him one. After we look back now, we see that Russell Wilson, he should have been taken a lot earlier than he got taken. So, I mean, it's one of those cases, guys, where we see the Trevor Lawrences. Trevor Lawrence got taken, Superman early. First pick overall. Andrew Luck, first pick overall. All of these guys got taken so early. Sometimes it just doesn't work out like that. So let's say that we were to get a Desmond Ritter. Next thing you know, he just comes in and balls out. We got him for a 2nd round pick, guys. We could pay significantly less money for that quarterback. Jay says we may go to the Super Bowl. We don't know. Travis Charlie says, did anybody watch Marcus Mariota with the Raiders when they played San Diego Chargers? You talk when he threw the touchdown pass to himself. They made that comeback. Yeah, I watched that game. I watched that. He definitely has some heart to him. He got some fight. The question is he gonna stay healthy? That's the question. What's going on, Coach Jerry? Hope that you're doing good today, my brother. Definitely. Not for everybody. He says, yes, sir. Oakland Raiders outfit. I guess, yeah, because he was wearing like a black and white striped shirt or something. It was like odd fitting. I was like, what are you wearing? What are y'all talking about? I mean, just look. Yeah, like look it up. Like it was like an eye. I was like, man, that shirt don't look like it fit him. It's like he wearing one of his offensive lineman shirts or something. He must didn't have a shirt. He just stopped by Men's Warehouse, pick up a shirt. Like, oh, we don't got no XL, but we got 3Xs right here. Ron says he was throwing some dives, but he had to step in for Carr. Definitely. Kwame Brown in here. He says, I will always be the best number 1 pick across the NBA, NFL, the MLB. Whoa. All right, Kwame. I even say that because you ain't finna cuss me out. You ain't finna cuss me out, Kwame. Because I'm finna tell you something. You come cuss me out like that. I'm from the low country, too. I don't play the new games, boy. I'll come see about you. Oh, man. What's going on, James? Hope you're doing good, my brother. Jay says, I've been watching Falcons since Grits Blitz. We are in good shape. Okay. And see, and this is what I like, guys. We're in one of those cases where I know a lot of people aren't that optimistic. A lot of people aren't that optimistic about the season. But look, man, I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go right now. You already know what time it is. A lot of people are looking forward to next season because they're talking about $140 million under the cap, and having financial freedom and everything like that. And it's like I've been saying, guys, that don't mean nothing. There's a lot of teams who had all that money. That money burns a hole in their pocket. So let's go ahead and try to build this team the right way. Just kind of take it from there. Quabba says, you right. You don't want no mama's cookie. Oh, man. Cole on the sticks. What in the world, Bo? Shouts out to Coach Cole, man. Much love to him. Cole, I just want to know, man, are y'all okay over there? I know that you're a San Francisco 49ers fan. Are you, Debo Samuel, it sounds like he might not be there next season. I might have to figure some things out. I can see him getting traded to the Green Bay Packers. I'm just gonna throw that out there. I can see him getting traded to the Packers. They need that other guy. So, shouts out to Coach Cole. I hope that you ain't clutching your pearls too much. CT says, what's up, Big Low Kuntry and beautiful Coach Ronnie? What's going on, Coach? Hope that you're doing good tonight, my brother. Keyline in here. He says, I'll be honest. I just want a better season than the Colts. Because Lord help us. Them Ryan Knights going to be unbearable. Ryan Knights, Coach? Oh, hey, Coach Roddy, can you turn this fan on over here for me? I'm starting to get kind of stuffy. I'm starting to glisten a little bit. Got a little good. I think it might because I went out there and cut grass. So I work hard.
You keep talking about it.
Yeah, boy, I work hard. I'm getting old. I don't think I can do the push live balls. Too many more pecan seasons. I might have to get me a little snapper or something. Yeah, that's good, baby. No, that's perfect. I might get me a little snapper or something. I said I want to keep the push line more so I can get my exercise in, but shoot. You know how your granddaddy be talking, be like, shoot. Shoot. Oh, Jason Pella, he said that's that cocoa butter. They said Billy White Shoes Johnson. Y'all shake them legs scared. We lose. We're going to win. Hey, you never know, man. What's going on, Ramsey? Tyler says if we win more than 5 games, I'll send Terry a $5 gift card to a restaurant of his choice. Oh, man. So, look, I don't know for everybody that's in here now, I don't know if y'all heard, but we're going to try to link up. I got 4 tickets. I got 4 tickets to the draft next week. So, Coach Ronnie, she's going to put the directions in the communities page, right? She's gonna put that in the communities page, so you can find out if you do want to come to the draft and watch it with the old coach. And I think Coach Tyler, he's gonna be there as well. If you want to come watch it with us, make sure that you check out that communities post, and I'm sure we'll get a chance to kind of link up and we'll do it big for a night, Bo. Do it big for a night. Jamel with the $10. What the world? Jamel, that's that. Dun, dun, dun. That's a Superman chat. Much love, my brother. Jamel, you ain't say nothing. What in the world? All I can say is dun dun dun. That's a Superman chat. That's all I can say. Oh man. Antonio, he says, hey coach, what's your NBA finals prediction? Oh man. I hate to say this because I legitimately hate to say this because I can't stand James Harden and Joel Embiid, but I do have to say those boys are playing some exceptional ball. Tobias Harris has been overlooked for many seasons. I'm going to say the 76ers against the Suns. Suns win. That's what I'm going to go with. 76ers and the Suns. Definitely, man. Definitely. Keelan says, man, my 17-year-old neighbor cut my grass front backyard in 30 minutes. It would have taken me 2 hours. I had to hang my New Balances up. You had to hang them up, coach. Ain't no need to try to do that. Let the young Thundercats handle all that. Oh, yeah. And look, if y'all see Jason Gaines in any other chats or anything, y'all let Jason Gaines know that he won let him know that he won the March Madness bracket challenge. You know, he has a special gift coming to him. I've been trying to figure out how to get in contact with him, but I can't get in contact with him. You know, so it's a legendary prize. Y'all know Big Low Kuntry Sports. We all about giving to you. We ain't trying to take nothing from you. You know, I just appreciate each and every one of y'all for coming on and chilling out with the old country boy. I ain't got nothing but love for y'all, man. Definitely. False Start Falcon, he said that shine heat you up, coach. That shine that would get to me. Man, boy, it's gonna raise the eternal temperature. Oh man. You know, I gotta watch Coach Rona because sometimes, you know, she be turning that heat on prematurely. Molly Mom says, Big Low, don't take your shirt off because Coach Rona, she'll just faint looking at them abs. Boy, you know, I had to keep it. I had to keep it on, boy. She be looking at me. Look, you gotta keep your hands to yourself, Coach Rona. Go ahead, Coach Rona. Oh, I definitely, Coach. I definitely appreciate that. Man. I appreciate you showing the love. Definitely do. I got Big Game James up in here, Bo. Big BGJ, what in the world, Bo? What's going on with your fam? Hope that you're doing good tonight, my brother. Much love to you. Tyler said that Jason win the onion, Coach, right? I didn't steal the onion, guys. I didn't steal the onion. I know the guy, so. Well, look, it's the country, so. It's the country, so I know him. So everything's good, guys. You know, everything's good. I didn't steal the onion. I just borrowed it. Well, Coach Rhoda said, you didn't borrow it. We cut it up and used it for dinner. Oh, man. Y'all are crazy. Man. Let's get it. Says, Coach, I heard that famous line of yours in a minute. Give it to the coach. Hey, wait a minute. You talk about, look here, man. Your boy Low already knows sports. I want to make sure that you do too. Hold on. Let me get you the lowdown. Oh, man. Go ahead, Coach Rody. Keelan says, can I get a shout out today? Hit the big 4-0, Coach. What in the world? See, that's why you're hanging the New Balances up. See, you know, I ain't hit the 4-0 yet, but you know, I ain't gonna lie to you, because I've been having problems with my hips lately. You know, I got these tight hip flexors, and I've been struggling. But shouts out to you though, Coach Keelan, man. I hope that you enjoyed your day, my brother. Definitely, man. Definitely. Much love to you from the coaching staff. Y'all make sure that y'all show Coach Keelan some love, my brothers and sisters. Make sure that you do. Definitely, man. Definitely. But I'm gonna tell y'all guys, this NBA draft, you're going to be surprised about how everything goes. Like, it's not going to be one of those cut and dry situations. I feel like whatever we're going to go with, we're going to go heavy on it. The same way we tried to go heavy on offensive line last year. You know, it didn't necessarily work. You know, it's kind of like I was telling Coach JR today from Pound for Pound when we were talking I said, well, look, coach, Jalen Mayfield, maybe he just went through that rookie slump. Maybe he's legitimately that guy. You got to crawl before you walk. And, Coach JR, he made me feel about this little. He said, well, coach, you know how JR is. He's kind of cut and dry to the point. He said, well, coach, I appreciate that optimism. And I'm normally the optimist. I'm normally the optimist myself, but I don't think that's gonna happen. I was like, well, dang, coach. Coach is like that. He's like, I don't think it's gonna happen. Oh man. Now Chad, he says, now is it true that the Falcons are trying to get Kyler Murray? I just don't know how, coach. I don't know how we would do it. It's one of those cases where Kyler Murray, he's trying to get broke off. He's trying to get paid. He's looking for a sign and trade situation. We just don't have the money. You know what they say? Where there's a will, there's a way. Well, there's no will or a way over here, Bo. The only thing is over here is a won't. There's no will. Where there's a won't, there's a can't. That's where we're at right now. We're getting Kyler Murray. So I just don't see it happening. Keith says, hi from Noah and I, your Pittsburgh. Well, much love to my Pittsburgh family. Much love to Keith and Noah. Appreciate y'all for coming on and chilling out with us tonight. Definitely. Ramsey, he says, hey, Lo, y'all better watch out. Terry Fontenot may take a hot dog vendor, which y'all first see. Hot dogs, get your hot dog. First round. Ben Yay, that's what he gonna get. The Ben Yay truck. Hey, man. You ever played football before? Like, wait, what? How would you like to be the 8th overall pick for the Atlanta Falcons? You know what? Dust that powdered sugar off of your apron. You're going to be a Falcon. Like, what? Oh, man. Y'all are crazy, boy. Yeah, and see, and that's the thing. It's like, you're right, Jamal. It's like we need all of those picks. So it's like, so let's say they did make a trade for Kyler Murray. I don't know what the going rate for Kyler Murray is. I know he was an MVP candidate. He's still in his, mid to early 20s. I know that first round picks are going to be involved. I don't think we have the luxury right now to burn that draft capital, right? Now, Tyler, he says DK is like an Olympic sprinter, and he says he'd rather take DK instead of Kyler Murray. Now, that's less draft capital, but Kyler Murray, the reason why he wants to leave Seattle is because he wants to get paid, and we don't want to take him out of one situation and put him in another, thinking that it's one of those things where we might be able to rent him for a year, and because it might be one of those cases where he'll come to us and says, hey, all right, I'll come and I'll play under my rookie deal, but y'all are going to have $140 million next year. Y'all are going to have to break me off. I don't want to be put in that situation. But let's say he comes here and catches 70 passes, 1,100 yards, 1,000 yards, 7-8 touchdowns. I don't think that's worth a $22 million a year. I don't think it's worth it, especially whenever I'm hearing that he has these attitude issues. We just dealt with two guys, who had, can we say had semi-attitude issues. And then another thing is that, let's say next year, after Calvin Ridley comes off of his suspension, like, what are the Falcons going to do with him? Are they going to keep him? Because they could, he might come back and say, hey, guys, I appreciate how y'all stood by me through this whole process and y'all didn't tell everybody what I was going through. I want to be a Falcon for life. Now, first of all, when we hear Falcon for life, it brings we go through PTSD. So, but that could be the case as well. So I don't know. I just don't see us making any of those big trades right now. Mr. Bankhead, he says, I know one thing. The Hawks need another scorer with Trey. I'm over Collins. Here last year, Coach Roney, wasn't I saying this? Wasn't I saying this? It's like John Collins, he's a good number 3 guy, but John Collins ain't your number 2. If it's a situation where Trey Young is going 1 for 12, he ain't gonna be able to just give John Collins the ball in ISO and say, "Hey, get me 36 points tonight." That's not him. John Collins' game is very much heavily predicated on what Trey Young does. I need a guy that can get it on his own. Mr. Bankhead also goes on to say that Kyler Murray has little man syndrome. Keelan says Metcalf is going to be here like Hawks legend Carmelo Anthony. So you know the story about Carmelo Anthony, Coach Roney? Did you know he played for? Do you know he was an Atlanta Hawk? Yeah, he was an Atlanta Hawk for a day. he got traded away. Yeah, he was. It was like a 3-team deal or something, and he was a Hawk for a day. Brian Peoples coming here. What I miss as usual. Man, we're just talking about this NFL draft coming up, man. We were talking about, the whole prospect of, the Falcons drafting Jordan Davis. I know a lot of people been getting naked for him. We were talking about what they should do with that eighth pick overall. Thinking about, what direction we should go in. They were just talking about the whole Kyler Murray and DK Metcalf rumors. I mean, you know how it is, man. It's always a lot to unpack. It's always a lot to unpack, brother. Jay says, hey, Bo, me and you will be eating barbecue one day, and I'll bring you some white light. Oh, where the world? So white light. Oh, man. Boy, a man after my own heart. Dog Nation says, man, we need all 32 first round picks. Tell me how we can do it. Look, boy, if I do that, I'll be a GM right now. Coach Rody. They looks like somebody's following your formula. They said Kevin Herter. They said Kevin Herter. They put the scissors up. You know what that means? Man. But yeah, man. Yeah. So I mean, yeah. So Brian Peoples. Yeah. I mean that's pretty much what we were talking about. We were talking about. I see old Big Mike in here. They might say I'm late again too. Ain't no problem, brother. But yeah. I feel like we were talking about the prospect of getting a Jordan Davis. And I was just kind of explaining the scheme. Explaining that it's one of those things where, running that under scheme, predominantly 3-4. Yes, you do need a big nose tackle that could demand double teams and sometimes triple teams. But the thing is that you also need that end that that can win those one-on-one matchups, and that end that can set that edge by himself in that 5 technique. So you need a power rush in, and you can let that linebacker, the outside linebacker, we call them strikers and robbers in high school football. You can let them come in with with that fancy, that pretty bendy rushing, but you need that power rusher that can do the push pulls, the clubs, come in with the bull rushes, things like that to legitimately get back to the quarterback. That's something that you definitely need, because that striker, he's going to be coming off of his hip, and he's going to be, it's called that spill and kill. So after that end sets that edge, either we're going to spill everything inside or outside. And that striker, he's going to legitimately come in and play that quarterback, that running back, or wide receiver's outside shoulder. I used to tell my guys whenever they get to that edge, especially if there's nobody, they're not setting the edge themselves, before they play that player's outside shoulder, whether they have the ball or not, because you never know whenever you have a misdirection, double pass, or what, you need to stop and say reverse counter boot to yourself, just in case they run a reverse play, just in case there's a counter and everything's flowing this way and they cut it back to you, or if it's a naked bootleg, or if it's a play action bootleg. So that's that whole spill and kill concept. So that those are the things that you got to kind of keep in mind. Now, if you have that defensive end that could legitimately take on one or two blockers, and you got that nose tackle that could take on one or two blockers, you in high cotton, bro. You in high cotton, bro. But the beautiful thing about Dean Pease's defense is that it's built for the linebacker. Everybody's like, man, Ray Lewis was just eating. First of all, Ray Lewis, one of the greatest linebackers of all time. But this defense is built for the linebackers. That's why I really want Leo Chenal, the kid out of Wisconsin, to come in, because he's legit. He's a thumper. He could run. He could guard tight ends. But I know everybody's complaining that sometimes Deion Jones gets clawed and he can't get off those blocks. It doesn't matter what it is, whether it's a tight end. That tight end comes down with in a little bit of a wham concept, or if it's one of those cases where you got that guard coming off, running that zone blocking scheme, just getting to that second level. Deion Jones, sometimes he just kind of gets clawed. He can't get off of those blocks. Thing that everybody has to remember, that Deion Jones, he makes money with his feet. He's a runner. He's going to run all over the field. Players like, Ray Lewis, he made money with his feet and his hands. Feet, hands, arms, elbows, everything else. He knew how to get off of those blocks. He knew how to, sift through the trash. That's what we call it. And if Deion Jones could do that, it would be great. But I just don't think I don't think right now he has the body type. Now, you never know. He might come into training camp 25 pounds heavier, and he still has that speed. He gonna be a dog to deal with, bro. But as of right now, the last time we seen him, he didn't really have that body type. Keelan said, "Talk your ears, coach." Break it down. Hey, bro, that's what we do at the end of the day. It's like I sit here and laugh and cut it up with you and everything. But at the end of the day, bro, that's all we did. Ask Coach Ronan where we used to be at on Sundays at 8:00. At the Mexican restaurant. At the Mexican restaurant, at the coaches meeting, drinking Coronas, eating cheese dip. Oh, man. I'm like, hey, guys, I got to go. The Falcons are playing tonight. They're like, hey, coach, we need to get this game plan. We get this game plan together for it. And the thing is that those coaches meeting, guys, I'm going to go ahead and tell you something. We'll talk about game planning for a little bit. The rest of it, to be honest with you, it's just gossip, especially if you're in a small town. Yeah, they just gossiping about everybody. That's all it was. Oh, man. Y'all are crazy, man. Molly Mom says Sundays at 8 getting faded and X-rated. Oh, Tyler said last year Deion, he just looked lost. I mean, it's kind of like what Twisted Torch was saying. Twisted Torch was saying that look, man, imagine losing and you're in the wrong scheme at the same time. You're not put in the best situation to successfully succeed. So just imagine how your body language would be. If you're in a situation where you were successful doing this, someone else came in and they're making you do this and it's not suited to your strengths. Like you're going to show bad body language, and I mean, and that's true. That's true. But the difference between me and my job as an insurance adjuster and Deion Jones's job as a professional athlete is that he needs to make sure that he gives a good perception of what the fans see and what they're perceiving. Perception is reality at the end of the day, right? Big Game James says it's called queso. Well, we call it cheese sauce. I know the two out there in Texas, and y'all do y'all fancy, queso, everything like that. What is the other thing called, Rody? Rody? Yeah. Yeah, what it called? Rody? Yeah, Rody cheese dip or something like that. Oh, Rotel. I know. Rotel. We call it cheese dip, Big Game James. So look, we in the low country. That's what we call it. I go to the Mexican place. I say, hey, let me get a large cheese dip. 4 Coronas. I'm just Mama Country watching. 3 Coronas. Shouts out to you, Big Game. Look, man, y'all make sure y'all check out Big Game Sports Buzz, man. He's doing some big things over there, man. Definitely. Jay says, oh, and Mike Vick. Wait a minute. They said, Deion, his time is up. We need a linebacker in this draft. Look, I ain't gonna lie to you. The only way Deion Jones is gonna be successful on this particular team is if they go back to a 4-3 defense. That's the only way. If you go back, you look at those film studies, Big Game James, he'll tell you, it's like a lot of times on Deion Jones' side, that tackle, he wasn't getting that much penetration. Deion Jones was clean, though. He was definitely clean, but they weren't getting that much penetration. Tristan says Deion Jones was able to shed blocks when he was in that 4-3 defense, but it's more difficult to keep him clean in that 3-4 defense without a big nose tackle. I can say the same thing for Grady. Okay. I definitely understand that. And yeah, Deion Jones, he's a 4-3, he's a 4-3 linebacker. He's not a 3-4 guy. You put him in that A and B gap, he finna get eaten up, bro. He finna get eaten up. He finna get eat up like the cheese dip at the Mexican restaurant. Not queso, not rotel. He finna get up. He finna get eaten up like the cheese dip. Look, I do need y'all to make sure that y'all do a country boy favor. Make sure that you hit that like button. If you're excited about the NFL draft, coming up, make sure that you hit that like button. If you call it cheese dip, make sure that you hit that. Look, if you call it queso, make sure that you hit that like button. Next time I go to the Mexican restaurant, I'm gonna say, hey, let me get some queso. It feels so proper. Queso. Hey, let me get the queso. We get a large queso. Y'all put it in the chat. If you say cheese dip, put a 1 in the chat. If you say queso, put a 2 in the chat. I want to know what y'all think. You can't beat some good queso. Oh, man. Jay says, I saw Mike Vick play his first game. I told my dad that this is the new NFL. Man, Mike Vick, boy, he was different. That boy was different. Tyler says, we need less Vic and tack and more something hardcore and legit. Man, boy, so wait a minute. So you saying that Vic and tack was soft and not legit? Oh, man. Y'all are crazy, boy. Y'all are crazy. I can't fool with y'all, man. Y'all, boy. It's the best chat on YouTube. Well, I can't. Jay says, I can't wait for the draft. I have done many drafts, and we come out with 5. Oh, my good googly moogly. That draft is juicy. If I have starters, what in the world? I would love that. Coach Ron, I forgot. Coach Ron, she did it. Talk about, to it's queso at. You know you know good and well. You ain't never said let me get a queso dip. Whenever you said let me get a queso. Coach Road, you ain't never said nothing about no. Thank you. I appreciate that. I appreciate the honesty. I never heard you say, hey, okay, let me get a Texas steak fajita and let me get a queso dip. No, I've never heard that. I heard a large cheese dip. Molly Mom says two. Queso pat. What? Lord have mercy. Queso Patterson. Wow, coach. Really? Big game. He says two. He says, am I the only one that say cheese dip? Yes. Well, are me and Coach Ronan the only ones that say? Wait a minute, am I being, hold on, wait a minute. Am I wrong for saying cheese dip? It's not what it's called. So, you just call it that. Man, so I supposed to be saying queso. That's what you saying. So nobody else say cheese dip. Wait a minute, Anthony Gardner, he put a one. He said cheese dip. Anthony Gardner, put in the comments, where are you from? Keelan says, man, that queso sounds extra soft. I'm gonna say cheese dip with my chest from now on. Cheese dip. Yeah, let me get a small queso. Molly Mom says queso Patterson. What's going on? Got a boy. What's happening with you? Wait a minute. Sports game. He says queso. Now, see, I know that you be doing all that fancy cooking. You know, Big Game James. I seen your Facebook. And by the way, I need the recipe for the cheeseburger spring rolls. You know, while we here, he put a recipe for the cheeseburger spring rolls on Facebook. I like, what in the world, bro? That looks. I was looking at, like, dang, that look interesting. That look, it's like a spring. And then you know how like whenever you don't really cook like that, I don't cook in the kitchen. I can be cooking outside. You get that moment of realization. You're like, wait a minute, I can make my own spring roll. It's like a whole world came to me. I like, well, doggone, I can make my own spring roll, can't I? Oh boy, y'all look crazy. What's going on, GLH? Much love to you, my brother. We doing good. Big Game James says he says the queso with the taco meat is fire. He said it's fire. Brian Peoples, he said queso. The Patterson is a beast. James King in here. He said a whiskey wiggle coffee. What the world? What in the world? Tristan West, he says cheese dip. Big Game James, he said, you do you, Bo. You just country. See, a lot of people don't know Big Game James, he's from the 912. He's from Savannah. He says, but whenever he moved to Cali, it changed him. He said it changed him. He said he ain't been the same since. Now, yeah. That's crazy because that's an interesting conversation. But we're gonna have the whole country conversation at a later date. Country, some people look at it as derogatory. Some people, it's just one of those things. Big Game James, he says queso blanco is white cheese. Well, what's regular queso? Because the regular queso white cheese, right, Coach Ronnie? So what's the difference? Queso blanco got stuff in it? Oh, okay. I mean, see, I'm learning something new. False Art Falcon says cheese dip and queso dip taste different. But what in the world? Hold on. Mine is blown. I thought cheese dip. I just said cheese dip and queso was the same thing.
It kind of is the same thing, but it's usually when I see cheese dip, it makes me think of a cheaper version. Like it's not as good, it's not as like creamy. It's just sort of cheap and watery.
Really?
Yeah, when
Okay.
I see like cheese dip on the menu, I'm not trying to pay a whole bunch for cheese dip.
No, that's a
Queso is like melted cheese and milk. You know what I'm saying? Like
okay.
put some quality into
You
it.
remember that time I tried to make my own cheese dip?
Yeah,
That was terrible, wasn't
yeah. It wouldn't stay melted.
it? It's like a big block of cheese. I like Coach Road, you just gonna have to keep heat to it. It ain't for the, it ain't gonna pour, but you can dip it. I need to learn how to. I need to learn how to make. Well, I was gonna say I need to learn how to make cheese dip, but I think I need to learn how to make queso. What? I don't learn how to make queso. Wait a minute. Keylon says next. I suppose y'all will say it ain't. Wait a minute. Queso. Oh, quesadilla. 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 That's what he said. But he said quesadilla. Y'all off the chain, boy. Quesadilla. Oh man. Big Game James says he said my Cali folk call me country all the time. Man, I don't know. Like people, they call me country. Sometimes they call me country. It's like they be feeling sorry for me. I be like, I feel sorry for you. Like I feel sorry for you. Don't feel sorry for me. Like if only you do. Like if you only knew the things that I've experienced living in the country, like don't feel sorry for me. Oh man, Ghost Pepper says too. You have to try Felipe Frank's famous famous steak nacho queso. Wait a minute. Felipe Frank, man. First of all, I try Phil Frank's famous steak nacho queso dip. You know, I don't call him Felipe. That's not a quarterback name. Oh man, what's going on, Coach Wallace? He said, Coach Lowe, I got on late. And I know that you're about to get shoot, Coach. We just talking about the this NFL draft and what the Falcons are going to do at 8. I'm thinking that they're going to lean more towards Jermaine Johnson. I think it's going to be one of those cases where they're going to get that 3-4 defensive end. If Kayvon Thibodeau ain't there now, if Neil is there, I can see, I can see making that move. If Neil is there, I can see them going ahead and shoring up that offensive line because he's a top 5 guy. But if he falls, we got to take him. We got to do it. Got to do it. Let's see here. Brian People says, I love being a country boy from South Carolina. South Kakalaki. Definitely, my brother. Definitely. Tristan West, he says, Low, I had to tell all of them, including my wife, I'm not country, I'm Southern. Where I'm from is Georgia, not Georgia. See, Coach Ronan, see, they finna make me start. They finna make me have the conversation. Can I have this conversation, Coach Ronan? Or is it too late? Okay, all right. Nah, we'll talk about it later. The whole Southern country conversation, it's because it made me go off on a rant, you know. I've been trying to watch my blood pressure, you know. Oh man, be like, I'm not country, I'm Southern, okay. Country people pull otters out of their pond and steal onions. Southern people, Southern people just say y'all and pronounce it as queso, right? Southern people go to Gladys Knight Chicken and Waffles and say, "This is good soul food." Oh man, that's right, Kitty. James Sutton said he's in a Pittsburgh distillery. Oh, go ahead and bring your old country boy back something now. You don't keep a good thing to yourself. Uh, Brian People says they called me weird when I was in the Navy because my accent and my country ways. I'm proud of it. All right, so like I said, I'm an insurance adjuster, right? So I speak with people all over the country. I speak with people whenever they go through some of their toughest times, whenever they go through some of their toughest financial setbacks. Whenever they be in times of distress and things like that, it's like they'll be trying to figure out what they're going to do, and then all of a sudden they'll be like, "Where are you from?" I'm like, "What does got to do with this thing?" Where are you from? Your accent is just so thick. I love it. I'm like, I can't hear accent myself. I legitimately can't hear one, but it's one of those cases where you hear different, and I'm sure I sound a lot more sexier than I think I do, but it's one of those cases where whenever we grew up in it, and that's what we're used to. Like people say, "Oh man, you sound this way," but you don't hear it. You just hear a normal speaking voice. Like I don't hear a country voice whenever I talk. I don't hear a country accent, but it's one of those things. Oh, Anthony Gardner said he's from Atlanta. Said he's from Atlanta, Coach Ronnie. He's from the same place you from. He say cheese dip too. Coach Ronnie, you don't say queso. See, you want to be Southern. I don't know what it is. And I'm glad that you admitting it. Marty Moss says, Big Low, you tell them you a Falcons fan, they'll get the press all up. Wow. You see what Marty Moss said, Coach Rody? You talk about, you tell them that you a Falcons fan, they'll get all the press all over again. What? Yeah, I can see that. Be like, man, boy, that's tough. Y'all just keep whipping up on them Saints. Like, y'all shouldn't do them boys like that. Man, y'all shouldn't do them boys like that. Then y'all whooped up on the Bourbon Street beignets, and that doesn't make any sense. Keelan says Southern equals mint julep, horse racing. Country equals moonshine and dogfight. What in the what in the world? Man, first of all, so I don't see where the whole country thing comes in for me because I'm drinking water, right? I don't see where the whole country thing comes in. I'm drinking water. I'm not taking part of those activities. You need to have some integrity. All y'all folks be drinking that moonshine and stuff. Oh man. But yeah. We're going to Coach Roney. Coach Roney, when are we putting up the communities post? All right, so want to let y'all know, Coach Roney, she's putting up the communities post on Sunday, right? Like I said, we got 4 tickets, and I believe Coach Tyler, Coach Christine are going to be there too. We got 4 tickets to Mercedes-Benz Stadium for a draft night. The original plan was to go to Las Vegas, but that kind of fell through. But we got 4 tickets for the NFL draft. Coach Roney's going to put up communities post. Y'all make sure you put it in your phone because I know sometimes communities posts don't come through. We need to figure out a way to get in contact with everybody a little bit better, Coach Roney. But Sunday, she's putting in the communities post on how you can qualify to get the tickets to come watch the game with the old Southern boy that says Queso. So whenever you get a chance, make sure you put in your calendar. Check Coach Lowe's communities page on Sunday. If you want to try to go to this draft and chill out with us, because we'll go ahead and send the tickets to you, before the draft so you can get in and everything. So make sure you check it out on Sunday. we're gonna put on how you can get the tickets to come watch the draft with me and some other coaching staff members. We're gonna be there live in full effect, and then I'm assuming we'll probably be live for the rest of the draft, um, depending on what's going on. So Keelan says, what and where is the communities page? So it's gonna be the communities page on my YouTube channel. So you'll see the communities page listed on there, and then you'll be able to check it out to see what we got going on. So make sure that you keep up with it, and then it'll be one of those cases where you could try to qualify. Um, Coach Wallace says, Coach Low, I noticed that you drink water out of the bottle and you drink your shine out of the jar. What in the world, Coach? See, I think Coach Wallace, I think he was a private investigator. See, he paid attention to the details. Big Gang James said cheese dip will be there as well. No, Coach. No, so they have nachos at Mercedes-Benz Stadium, and it don't taste like queso no more. Oh, okay. I know that was the only reason you would go. The Coach, you ready to go to the game on Sunday? Yeah, I'm ready to get them nachos. Like, what in the world? You don't want to go cheer the team on that's representing the city? Like, nah, I'm just trying to get these nachos. That's oh man. Brian People says, my moonshine is a gallon jug, Coach Low. Oh, okay. See, that's the thing. One of us between me and you have moonshine. You got moonshine. I got water. Like I said all the time, was it my cup is in my cup, Bo? It might be water, it might be moonshine. But if you see me smiling, that just means I'm happy to see you. But yeah, yeah. So once again, if you want to try to come watch the draft with us on next Thursday night, make sure excuse me, I'm sorry. Make sure that you check out the communities page on Sunday, and we'll figure out how we're gonna do it. We got 4 tickets to come watch the draft with us at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. Coach Jay says, if I got tickets, we get drunk, you bulldoze me, and I tell you to get the cheese. What in the world? What in the world, boy? Man, well, see, you say cheese. I won't know what you're talking about, Coach. I'll be like, what, you talking about the queso? Oh, yeah. What, Coach Ronald? What's the problem? What? All right, Coach Big Game James. Much love to you, my brother. Much love to you. Coach Wallace says, hey, Coach, no, water don't make it. It went down the wrong pipe, Coach. It went down the wrong pipe. Water, it make cough like that if it go down the wrong pipe on you. Oh, man. But look, man, I need y'all to stay safe. Make sure that you don't do anything that I would do. And y'all take care, man. We'll probably try to do one last mock draft before it all hits the fan. And, we definitely gonna have a good time with it. Definitely. Well, look, y'all take care. Take it easy. We ready.